wholesome humans, and welcome back to the Ash Gracie podcast. On today's episode, I really want to talk about the concept of growth. Every so often, whether that's on our birthday, when a new year rolls around, or just whenever the heck we feel like it, us as humans have trained ourselves to go through a period of reflection over the past and what we've been through, followed by a regime of change, in order to better ourselves and create the lives that we claim to want for ourselves. The thing is, we are constantly growing and learning, and the sooner that we can accept that, the sooner we will be able to open ourselves up to the many opportunities that are waiting for us up ahead in life. The world is endless, but all of us are constrained by the things that we know and that we have lived through. And don't get me wrong, that's not a bad thing at all. Every single person that I've met in my life thus far has lived through at least one thing similar to me and one thing different to me. And I have learned endless amounts from the people who are in my life and who have been in my life. But having the mindset that we will eventually reach a finite level of knowledge is not the mindset to be having if we truly want to create the best possible lives for myself. And for all of us. There is an infinite amount of knowledge out there. And the only way that we are going to ever be able to obtain any of this knowledge is if we are first open to the fact that there is an infinite amount of knowledge and that we as people can continue to grow, no matter where we are in life, no matter how old we are, no matter what we've experienced. In addition to growth, I also want to talk about change. As we continue to grow as people, our lives will continue to significantly change. For many people, the idea of change frightens them, as it brings about a sense of uncertainty. And for the most part, people like to know what's going on all the time. At least that's definitely the kind of person that I was, and there are a lot of people that I know in my life who have had similar mindsets to change. But the reality is that change, as much as we may not like it, is inevitable. And we cannot escape it, so we might as well learn to embrace it. And don't get me wrong, it's by far not an easy thing to embrace. There are ups and downs, like everything in life, and it takes time, patience, and grace in order to become accustomed to the change that life throws at us when we least expect it. But the best way to deal with change, at least in my opinion, is through love. And I say that because I feel like it is the people who we surround ourselves with and the environments that we choose to be in and the things that we choose for the life that we want to live that really help us grow as humans and as people and as citizens of the world, if we want to put it that way. And there are many kinds of love. There are the relationships you have with other humans. There are human relationships with the people around you, whether that be your parents, your siblings, your friends, romantic relationships. In order to have these relationships, you have to share your knowledge and gain knowledge. Relationships are all about sharing experiences and growing together and creating environments where not only you grow as a person, but you bring other people along your journey and you let them into viewing what your journey as a human is like, and they do the same for you. And continuing to build these relationships, no matter what happens, is a big part of life. And of course, with every relationship, there will be a start and there will probably be an end. But through every relationship that you have with the people around you, you learn significantly. And those are the lessons that you will continue to take forward in your life. However, there is one kind of love that is all the more important, and that is the relationship that you have with yourself. Self-love is one of those types of love that, growing up, a lot of us never really gave considerable thought to, because nobody made such a big deal about the concept of self-love and the idea that you really have to have a healthy relationship with yourself in order to then fall in love with life, which is the next kind of love that I'm going to talk about. But in terms of self-love, it is continually a process. There is no end to how much you can do good for yourself and how much you can love yourself. And it's important to take the time to really not just take care of yourself physically, but take care of yourself mentally, and know that you are doing a good job. No matter what you're doing in life, no matter who you are, where you are, what you are doing, you're doing a great job. So know that and remember that. And now, the idea of falling in love with life is a concept that I've kind of come across more recently. I think that a lot of the time we just kind of go about our day, whether it's go to class, go to work, do whatever tasks we're told to do, decide, oh, I'm going to hang out with my friends now, and just do that. But if we keep thinking short term, we are only going to live one day at a time. And while in some senses that is a good thing, definitely focus on being present and thinking about things one day at a time. In order to fall in love with life, I think that it is important to have an outlook of the kind of life you want to live. And while that doesn't need to be a solid 5 or 10 year plan in terms of what you want to do with your life, it gives you a vision and a goal to work towards. Because if you have no goal, then there's no reason for you to be here. And it's important that we all find the things in life that we enjoy and the environments that we want to be in and the people that we choose to surround ourselves with, and truly fall in love with all of those different aspects. And so in this next chapter of my life, I choose to live. And I mean to truly thrive in the things I want to achieve as a person, build and continue to grow meaningful relationships with those who bring sustenance into my life, and to take advantage of every single opportunity to learn more about the world and who we are as people. I hope that something that I've said in today's episode has been able to stick with you, and I hope that you join me in creating a life that you fall in love with. And please don't forget, you are amazing, you are loved, and I thank you for being here.